I never thought my quiet little life in Willow Creek would turn into some kind of thriller movie, but there I was, heart pounding like a drum, staring out my window at these four buzzing police drones circling my house like vultures, each one with that cold red eye glaring down, and sirens wailing in the distance, getting louder, closer, turning my stomach into knots. It started innocent enough, or so I thought, with me on the phone in my home office, spilling everything to this investigator from the state attorney's office, Michael Reed, about how our HOA queen bee, Susan Grant, had been bleeding the neighborhood dry for years. I'd just hit the punchline. Spreadsheets, bank slips, the whole damning trail of her scams, when that whine kicked in, pulling me away, and suddenly my world flipped upside down. See, Willow Creek was supposed to be our slice of heaven, a cozy lakeside spot with green lawns and friendly chats over fences. My wife Sarah and I moved in 5 years back, dreaming of sunsets on the porch, her with her sweet, trusting smile, believing everyone had a good heart, me a bit more jaded from my accounting gigs, always sniffing out the snakes. But Susan? Oh man, she was the viper in the grass, Joe president for way too long, ruling with her clipboard like a scepter, dishing out fines for the tiniest things, like if your mailbox leaned a hair wrong or your grass wasn't her shade of perfect. At first, it was just annoying notes, but it got personal quick. Started with this whimsical garden gnome Sarah painted, all colorful and fun, hung it in our yard to brighten things up, and bam, certified letter hits. Unauthorized ornament, $50 fine. Sarah's face crumpled like paper, her voice soft. But it's just a gnome. Makes the place feel alive. And that lit a fire in me. I wasn't going to let some power-tripping busybody crush her spirit. I marched to the next meeting, calm as I could, pointed out the rules didn't ban gnomes, but Susan just stared me down, eyes like ice picks, saying, "The committee decides aesthetics, and as chair, I say it's trash. Pay up." Her voice had that fake sweet venom, like honey over arsenic, and I knew then it was about control, not rules. Fines piled on. 50 to 100, then 200 with her made-up fees. And when she targeted my old Jeep Wrangler, the one I'd restored myself, chrome shining, parked neat in the drive, claiming it devalued the street, it felt like war. "That rust bucket's an eyesore," she'd sneer in notes, even though I kept it spotless, matte underneath and all. Sarah begged me to stash it away, pay the gnome fine, her loyalty torn, whispering, "Honey, is it worth the fight? I just want our peace back." But I couldn't back down, not when it was about principle, about this woman extorting folks left and right, whispers from neighbors about liens on houses for nonsense, everyone too scared to push back. That's when my job kicked in. I'm a forensic accountant, spotting fraud's my bread and butter. So I dug deep, requested the HOA books legally, and after she stalled, they came. A mess of papers hiding kickbacks to her sister's landscaping outfit, no bid deals to her cousin's consulting firm, a secret pot of fines vanishing into thin air. Tens of thousands gone, and it hit me. She wasn't just a bully, she was a thief, using petty crap like my Jeep to distract while she robbed us blind. Motive? Pure greed, mixed with that entitlement from thinking she owned the place, especially after her divorce left her scraping, and Willow Creek's prime land became her ticket to easy cash. I built my case airtight, scheduled the call with Reed, feeling like a knight about to slay the dragon. Until that day, mid-conversation, the drones descended, cops rolling up, lights flashing, one rookie barking through a bullhorn. "Hands up, step out slow." Panic hit, Sarah pale as a ghost, rushing in. "What's happening? Police everywhere." And my phone buzzed from Uncle Bob, the neighborhood gossip king 2 streets over. "What did you do?" "Check the Facebook group." There it was, Susan's live stream from a drone feed, caption screaming, "Pray for my boy Dylan, traumatized by that cruel neighbor denying our HOA's youth privilege clause. Cops restoring justice." And zoom in. Her 16-year-old brat Dylan on my lawn, flailing like he'd been shot. But rewind showed him jamming a screwdriver into my Jeep's ignition, scratching the hell out of it, eyes wide when the alarm blared. The kid? Spoiled rotten, always swaggering like the world owed him, probably egged on by Mom to teach me a lesson, after I'd ignored his snide comments like, "Cool Jeep. Mom says it'll be gone soon." Susan had weaponized a fake emergency, framing me while I exposed her. Audacious, evil, but damn if it wasn't the gift I needed. Rage boiled, but clarity hit too. Reed still on the line, watching the stream, his voice shifting to steel. "I'm seeing this and recording. Got driveway cams?" Crystal clear with audio, I shot back, a grim smile creeping in. She thought she was cornering a mouse, but she'd poked a bear in a den full of traps. Uncle Bob jumped in, strategist mode. That's her slip-up, kid. Use it smart. We held back on revenge, Sarah's words echoing, "Don't stoop low, let justice handle her," focusing instead on the system. Cops cleared it as a false call, her stunt backfiring when Reed patched in. Sergeant on scene nodding slow, then turning to her. "Ma'am, this ain't adding up. State's involved now." Her face twisted, arms flailing. "But my son! That man's a menace!" While Dylan clutched his soda, acting fading fast. Quiet days followed, but she doubled down. Slapped me with a $500 disturbance fine for the rage she caused. Nerve like brass. I forwarded it to Reed. More ammo. Neighborhood simmered, her deleted streams sparking rumors, folks sharing horror stories online, fines for wrong flower colors, threats over holiday lights. We leaked my cam footage through channels, not social blast but official, hitting local news. HOA Prez's son caught vandalizing, false alarm exposed. Boom, tidal wave, her board rats fleeing, and in panic, she called an emergency meeting to quash lies. That's where the twist hit hard. She slipped an envelope under my door, fake bank docs in my name, offshore transfers, clumsy forgeries with pixelated logos, but buried in, a note on a payout to Riverbend developers for Lot 22 clearing per SG auth. Lot 22? Our protected wetland edge, community jewels she'd pushed to sell off for funds, voted down twice. Turns out not kickbacks, but her master plan. Steal the land for millions, pocketing with cronies, the HOA fraud, just cover. Greed deep as the lake, fueled by her fading status, jealousy of our perfect lives. I called Reed, voice shaking. "She's not small time. This is huge." He whistled. "Rico level. Hold tight." Meeting night, clubhouse packed, air electric, neighbors murmuring, Uncle Bob rallying, Sarah squeezing my hand, her eyes fierce now. "End this." Susan stormed in, gavel slamming, ranting victim mode. "This slander from one bitter man. Look, proof he's the crook," waving her fakes triumphantly. I stood slow, voice steady. "Nice try, Susan. Those are bogus, wrong digits, bad logos, but thanks for the slip, that Riverbend note. Ties you to selling Lot 22, our preserve for your gain." Her face drained white, stammering, "Lies, I don't—" When doors burst, Reed in suits, badge up, "Susan Grant, under investigation. Fraud, corruption, shut it now." Chaos erupted. Shouts, her board crumbling. Uncle Bob booming, "Vote no confidence. Aye." Roar unanimous. Her empire shattered. News cams rolling her devastated glare. Fallout? Arrests flew. Her developers, felonies stacking, audits clawed back cash, fines wiped, Lot 22 saved forever. Willow Creek breathed free. Transitional board, transparency, peace restored. Sarah and I on the porch, gnome back in the yard. Jeep scratch a badge of honor. I revved it out, wind whipping, thinking how far you'd go for home, family, justice. But here's the thing that nags. Was I too harsh, dragging her down public like that? Or did she earn every bit? What do you think? Ever dealt with a neighborhood tyrant? Or is HOA power too unchecked? Drop a comment, share your story. Let's talk. Maybe it'll spark change.